Hello everybody, welcome back to some StarCraft 2 action. We're in the semifinals, second semifinals of the Real Homestory Cup between Creator and Liquid's Clem. The previous video we looked at the first semifinal between HeRoMaRinE and Lambo, and that was a knocker of a slobber, aka slobber knocker. That was a 6 series. They came pretty close to playing all 7 games. And they showed some real adaptation and variety in their build orders from game to game to game. And it was a pure treat. I do recommend you watch that. But we are now here for this TVP between Creator and Clem. Creator opting for the Reaper wall here on hard lead. Or lead? I think it's lead. And Clem actually closing off the wall here, letting the probe in, so he probably wanted to kind of capture that probe into his main base. We do see 2 gases actually, and a factory. The Creator actually stopped at the wall. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's a common thing where Terran tricks you, kills your probe, and then does whatever. See a reactor going down there, and this is a pretty fast factory. SCV got locked out because of RNGesus locking him outside of the supply depot when he finished the second one. So he'll be used to construct a natural CC. Reaper now going into the natural here. But the Adept is here to kind of shoo away this Reaper. The early Reaper Adept dance. Slightly different than the early Zergling Reaper dance. Oh, and an immediate robo facility at the natural before the Nexus even finishes. Gateway research not even halfway done, and we see a Stalker coming out. Second Adept is on the map. So let's see what Creator opts to do with this. Is he going to zone out any Reaper? Potentially trying to get some scouting. I guess you can do that on this map. Like, a Reaper can't get past here. I guess he can grenade himself in. He does... Oh, he grenades himself that way, and the Reaper is in. That's some cheeky mikra. He's now stuck in here, but he does kill a probe, and he can potentially still run out from the front of the natural. But for now, he's juking and jiving. In the production tab, we do see a Widowmine and a Medevac, so Clem trying to distract Creator as long as possible so that he can hit him with the second wave right after this Reaper dies or disappears from the main base. A couple pros do go down, 3 in total for that Reaper. Damn, that's a boss Reaper. And then it does eventually go down to an Adept. Creator now kind of moving out with this 2 Adept, 1 Stalker squad. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He also has a Warp Prism, so this early Ropo is used for the Warp Prism. I kind of like this. So he's kind of going to do a 3 gateway pressure. Ooh, the Medevac with the mines does get caught, but he's doing a 3 gateway pressure with a Warp Prism. I'm probably going to make Stalkers and use the Prism to have like a pseudo blink micro. First mine goes down, and actually unburrows. 1 mine does go off. Second mine goes off. Only 2 probes get killed, and in the meanwhile, Creator is at the front, killing Marines whilst microing with this Warp Prism. Ooh, all of the shields on almost all of these Stalkers is already gone, but the Marine count has been whittled down to almost 0. Another Medevac going into the main with mines. Meanwhile, we do have these Stalkers going into the base. Mines have been planted down. Boom, boom. 9 probes. 10 probes do go down, but the Stalkers are in the main base. And I don't see any units. I see a landed Viking. What a hero Viking over here. The SCVs have been pulled off to fight. And somehow, Clem is kind of surviving here. The worker count is kind of even, so he did decent damage. Like, both ways, we did quite a bit of damage. We see 15 probes and 14 SCVs have died. And, oh! Another mine shot gets us 6 additional probes. But the natural for Clem has been denied. What a start to the series. Both players bloody the noses of their opponents. And this orbital, I don't think it's going to go down, but... And there comes the repair squad. Mr. Siege Tank says, get off my lawn. And the Stalkers have to stay back. Another mine drop here. But it's immediately pulled back into the medevac. And it's hiding... What the hell? It's hiding inside of this volcano. You don't see that every day. War Prism now in the main base of Clem here. Both players have a work account between 20-30. Actually, Creator taking a small lead here with all this damage. 6 SCVs goes down. Ooh, 2 Stalkers, 3 Stalkers do get killed. Oh, 2 Stalkers get killed. For the price of 6 SCVs. Observer is in the main base, sees everything. Double ups going for Clem, so when he finishes these, his Marines will be a force to be reckoned with. But that's still a little bit off. Oh my god, the siege tank actually tries to siege up into a slightly too forward of a position, and the Stalkers manage to pick it off, only costing Creator 1 Stalker there. Now that feels good. If you're Creator, like once your probe count is back up, you can kind of just do whatever you want. Robo support bay is coming out here for those juicy Colossus that Creator just likes to build. On the other side, we see Clem now finishing up his upgrades. We do see double medevacs coming out as well. Decent bioforce. I feel like he will move out with those. As soon as he has these upgrades and these extra medevacs, he can actually put on some counter pressure again. Because, wow, this medevac actually keeping back 2 Stalkers even though it's almost dead. And it has no more mine in it. That seems pretty decent. And Observer here scouts out the fact that Clem is indeed moving out with all of his forces now. So, too bad the Creator doesn't have a couple of units left at the third base. So he could do some counter pressure and delay this attack even more. But maybe he doesn't want to make Clem wait. Maybe he just wants to get a nice fight for himself. Because his army supply, well, it's lower, but his worker supply is so high. Tank is here, ready to anchor this push. And Creator using the War Prism provision, very nice. Clem scouting out if there's actually a third base, and this triple drop gets loaded up, but underneath the Observer vision here, and the army of Creator walks out. He's like, yo, what up? I totally know what you're doing. Concussive Shell almost done as well, so the bio upgrades have all been completed now. How many Colossi do we have? We have 2 Colossi already, 2 of these big boys. The Deathwalker of the Protoss. Couple Stalkers being warped up into the main base. It is a quite large, like the main base is quite large. Okay. Engineering bay being constructed. Only 1 for Clem and double gas here. Trying to get some additional gas going. For extra medevacs, extra upgrades, perhaps some extra siege tanks. Even though he's already, you know, he already has quite some gas. Viking being produced now. Because it is difficult to know, as a Terran player, is this guy committing to the Colossus? Well, now, thermal range has been... shown. And Clem knows now that Creator is committing into Colossus even a little bit. And we do see the Vikings started up because of that, or a continued production of those Vikings. We see +1 armor going down for Creator, going to be very nice for his Zealot unit. I think also for the Immortal. Look at the shields and health on that bad boy. He has double the health. And now Clem's army menacingly walking across the map. Third base has been denied. Third base now being thrown down on this side of the map. But Clem just doing a little ring around the rosy, taking the long way, but he's definitely moving out into that third base of Creator. He's out to deny that. 2 Colossus do deny that Marine Scout, and no more Colossi. Actually focusing on Immortals, never mind. Third Colossi there. And some probes actually already long distance mining, and they're kind of like shadow boxing here, trying to put one's army in front of the other. Creator wants to have his full army in front of Clem's army, so Clem can't just stim in and kill a bunch of probes or buildings. Shield batteries coming down. Still some Stalkers ready to receive any Doom drop. Now we see 5 Vikings already out, couple mines here. Decent amount of Marauders, and look at this, Clem doing this off of 3 barracks only. So it kind of looks like he wants to take a third at some point. Actually lifting off his main before it's even dry. He just wants a fresh base and he wants it now. Damn. I've never seen that, honestly. I kind of feel like players just kind of wait to completely mine this out. He still has like, well, 600 minerals there. I guess these patches are quite a bit richer, but I mean, usually you don't see that. That is a cheeky adaptation by Clem here, because of course in the short run you'll have less minerals coming in, but as soon as that thing lands, you are rich compared to this tiny base, and the depletion of this base is inevitable. Creator has established a third base. Clem has been shadowboxing him a little bit, but nothing came from it. No direct confrontation between these players. DT's now out on the map. DT hunting for some juicy SCVs, and mind you, Creator thinks this might be a third base. You might actually think that Clem is on 3 bases here. Clem moving in onto his third base, or onto the third base of Creator. 1 tank anchoring this push. Vikings trying to get really big shots onto the Colossus. Nuclear battery here to make sure that the Colossus stays alive, and the bio is pushing up into the third base. 6 SCVs did go down to that 1 DT. So decent harassment. Force fields kind of blocking a couple of these Immortals. Shield batteries do keep those Colossi alive for quite a bit, but now 2 Colossi have been killed, and Creator just wants to keep massing up as long as possible, but it's very difficult for him to commit into this army with the Widow Mines there, with the siege tank in the back. No more Colossi for the long-range harassment, but this is quite a few Immortals. 4 Immortals, 5th one underway, and this is an Immortal-heavy army. So these Immortals are quite valuable. Mines do get targeted down. Oh, 1 mine gets a decent hit, but nice Blink Stalker micro back. Oh, and Creator seems a little bit too afraid of that 1 tank. Just click it down, sir. But now here he comes. He's walking down that ramp. He's like, get off my nuts, bro. And he does target down the siege tank. Vikings do go down, do bonus damage versus that mechanical Stalker and Immortal. But that's a lot of Stalkers. Widow Mines do try to go off. Ooh, they do get 1 Immortal. He gets sent back to the Shadow Realm. Cold is indeed the Void. And now the Stalkers are still alive. Trying to get down these Ghosts actually added on into the mix. Clem with this extended 2-base play being pushed back by Creator. And now Creator kind of overextending there. Suddenly he has 2 Stalkers left. Wow. And then he just leaves the game. Creator, what the hell happened? And we're here for game number 2. On to Oceanborn between Clem and Creator. And I mean, I don't want to forecast anything, but Creator, what the hell, man? It kind of felt like a little throw there. Although, I mean, he did lose all of his power units. All of his Immortals were dead. All of his Colossi were dead. And he was chasing down that Terran army. And maybe he thought he had to because Clem was on 3 bases. So maybe he felt like he could punish this overextension in a way. But of course, Clem was kind of giga all in. Although he relocated his main base. I feel like we haven't been seeing that a lot. in the past, but definitely in recent times, we see these Terrans just kind of like going for super sharp timings. And then they can extend that timing by just flying over a base. Like, hell, we've seen HeRoMaRinE do this versus a laser and Lambo, where he just floats over his main, and then he also floats over his natural. And he just, like, he doesn't make additional command centers, he just floats that shit over. He's like, well, my main base is dry anyways, and I only need the minerals, so... Like, it makes sense when you think about it, and I think it's pretty sick. It might, you know, in a couple years, we might be saying that Terran being able to fly their buildings is kind of imbalanced. But we'll see. We'll see about that. Meanwhile, we see a proxy factory from Clem near the main base of Creator. He's done this earlier this tournament. But we also see Creator put a Stargate near the natural of Clem. Clem is making a second base, but Creator hasn't done such thing just yet. We do see an Adept being chronoboosted out. Wow, the Reaper actually found a Zealot here in the middle of the map. That is unfortunate. Whoop. And here's the Adept to save the day. I think this was actually not incidental. Like, Creator actually sending out this Zealot in a very common path to perhaps try and delay the Reaper from seeing his main base. I think Creator is that big brain. Actually, he's probably that big brain. And now we see a Widowmine being created in the main base whilst an armory is also building. So this is going to be a stealthed Widowmine. If he banks up this one Widowmine and makes another one, and then he has 2 stealth Widowmines, this is like a super DT rush. I think that instantly wins him the match. Now we do see Creator doesn't know about this base just yet. And this one Reaper scouting out a little bit, but didn't see everything. But Clem doesn't even want to see everything. Now we do have this Oracle. Only gets 2 kills, actually. What? I guess there were 5 Marines there, or 6 Marines. And now the Widowmine is here. One of them trying to burrow in the main base. The second one as well. I'm trying to get some good hits off. But the Adepts are here, and they do burrow really slowly. I guess as soon as you see 2 Adepts, you can't do that. And, I mean, there's nothing stopping Clem for just making more Widowmines. Second Oracle here does detect that a Widowmine. And now there's a Phoenix, actually. Multiple Phoenix being created. Clem does have a second base. This factory is making the long ride home. And actually, wow. This one barracks is not building. I think the SCV got sniped way earlier by that first Oracle, and it still hasn't been remade by Clem. He hasn't noticed. That's kind of crazy. Now we do see second base for Creators done. Spotter pylon over here. I guess spotter blocking. Spotter proxy Stargate. Yes, say the words with me. And I don't think Phoenix can actually kill this factory fast enough. But we'll have to see. No additional tech and gateways for Creator yet. What a madman. He's literally on 1 gateway right now. Barracks finally being completed here. The 2 Oracles are in the main base trying to get some zappy business done. One of the Oracles does get taken down by the Marines. We do see Stim finally started up. Turrets trying to defend the mineral lines of Clem. Adepts trying to shade on into the mineral line here, into the main, but do not complete their shade. Factories safely at home. And more Phoenixes are being constructed out on this proxy. Twilight Console also under construction. No forge just yet. And wow, this is not a robo in the front. I saw a building in the front of the natural and it's this Creator. And I was like, oh, that's going to be a robo. There's no way this is not a robo. But somehow it's not a robo. Phoenix is trying to get something done in the main base here. And Clem's map is a little compressed here. Creator has the map control. But for now, Clem seems kind of satisfied just sitting on 2 base. Kind of similar to last game where he gets +1. He has 2 barracks with attack lab, making his upgrades. 1 more for the Marines. Getting some of those medevacs. And then he had 1 tank, and then he just made Widow Mines, and then he attacked. So now he's moving out actually a little earlier than before. Another gateway out onto the map from Creator. Creator literally using the entire map as space to build for him. Does Clem know anything? No, Clem knows nothing about all of those bases. And now he's moving out onto the 3rd base of Creator. Picking off that front Marine. He wants him to walk into the stasis ward. Nice bait by Creator. Look at that. He kept picking up that Marine that was in front. He kept putting his units in front of it, so it was hard to see it. And then Clem actually walked into the stasis ward, and then Creator took a fight right away. Really nicely done. But was it enough? Because now... oh, units get out of stasis. Widowmine does get a decent hit. And where is your army, Creator? This feels bad. Nuclear battery is here, but it gets sniped down right away by the +1 bio with all of the upgrades. Stimming in to win. Widowmines do get decent hit on the charged zealots, and the charged zealot count is just so low. Creator trying to go into the Phoenix charged zealots there, but look at all this money. He just could not spend it. And just like that, Clem hitting him hard right in the gut. And he takes the 2nd game to take the lead. And Clem now leads the series 2-0. Proxy barracks near the natural of Creator here on Site Delta. But Creator's not thinking about his natural. He's thinking about the natural of Clem with another proxy pylon. These guys... they're bringing the fight. So this looks like the Max Packs build from Creator here. And here's an SEV. I don't think he saw it. No, he did not quite see it. But what is this SEV up to? Is he going to proxy a factory here? That would be kind of nutty. Proxy barracks into proxy factory? But the probe is actually there scouting for a proxy factory. Or barracks, maybe. Here comes the first SCV. Is he going to make a bunker? No, there's not even a natural here. So, Clem knows something's up. There could be a natural already. He could be building a bunker, but he's not. Something is wrong. SCV and probe here duking it out. We do see another zealot. I like how Creator prepared this. Last game he showed this zealot as well. And now it's not going to be that weird. And suddenly there's 2 gateways producing units. Look at that. There's the zealot again. Very cool by Creator. Kind of like showing that zealot game 2. And now he's showing the same zealot game 3. But it's not the same build. I love these type of things. Nice, cool pylon here by Creator, making sure that no weird SEV can come in. Or medevac for that matter. Do see Reaper looking for that proxy starport. Because of this very same zealot, and now we see a stalker just walks on into the main base of Clem. Stands on top of the supply depot, and that supply depot is not strong enough to lift up a singular stalker. And here comes the zealot, and another adept is out. Stalker lets himself be shooed away. Pussy stalker, actually. And I don't know why Creator's retreating here, but he did. And now he is making a natural nexus. Perhaps he thinks he can't go up because he doesn't see a natural base from Clem. Clem is elected to 1 base for now, which we all need a little bit of 1 basing in our lives. But here does come a 2nd CC. Barracks is floating back. We see 2 Reapers and a Hellion going up into the main base of Creator, trying to get some probe damage done. And meanwhile, Creator is in the natural of Clem. 1 adept does go down. No units of Clem have died just yet. This Reaper does get taken down by the probes. 2 probes have been killed now, and this Stalker is going to clean up this Hellion if it stays around. Still no control for Clem over his own natural area, but he doesn't really need to. He has a bunker with a little cute panda paw on it. His 2nd base isn't even done yet. extra barracks are being added on. And he can make a tank or a cyclone, I suppose. Now, Creator has 2 gateways this time around, so maybe he can actually produce some units for once. This is a nutty situation for both players, honestly. Creator's like, okay, you have no natural base. Oh, double mine drop. We kind of missed that. I'm sorry. And one Widow Mine does try to burrow into the main base here. Get a couple nice probe shots. But he keeps unburrowing them. These probes can't mine forever. This is kind of crazy. Look at the micro from Clem here. And then now that it finally shoots, he unburrows and he lifts it up. Actually saves his mine. Does hit himself with this. He keeps retargeting on the stalkers and now it does die. 4 probes are dead. There was an armory. But it barely didn't finish in time. Crazy stuff here. Now Blink's almost done. A Robo is under construction. Still only 2 gateways for our boy Creator over here. And I'm feeling for the man. I kind of want him to take a dub and make this series interesting. Stalker now out on the prowl. Getting this medevac really dangerously low. Only 14 health. It might accidentally fly into this weird warp gate out on the map. 3 stalkers and 2, or an adept and a zealot. This ragtag force of gateway units trying to deny this gateway, but this siege tank is kind of signaling that you should perhaps back off. We do see some extra stalkers now joining the force of Creator at the front. Is he going to try and break this double siege tank bunker setup from Clem here? We do see drilling claws being researched as well, which means mines will burrow super fast. Blink forward onto the tank. Maybe he thought it was only 1 tank. Nice snipe though. Doesn't lose too many units for that. I think 1 adept and 1 stalker went down for that. This zealot is desperately trying to kill his SCV. And now these stalkers, they can kind of just gun down this orbital for a long time, but now they're kind of stuck in this corner. This is a lot of bio. Maybe he's going in for a second jump onto that tank, and he does try to snipe that. Oh my god, he misclicked. He didn't get the tank. And the mines went crazy, and the tank went crazy, and the stim bio, not even stim, just regular bio, completely evaporated all of those stalkers, and just like that, Clem up 3-0. Let's soak in that StarCraft soundtrack for a little. Because we want StarCraft, but all we got was the Clem show. This guy is up 3-0 versus his opponent in Creator. And I feel like Creator has been putting in an effort for sure, but Clem hasn't given him an inch. This poor man's trying to breathe, but Clem is not letting up. And now in the 3rd game, there's actually no proxies going on, which is already a little weird. But we do see the double gas opener by Clem once more, making sure that Creator can't get into his natural. And Creator's going for that low ground wall, not going for a Reaper wall this time around. And this probe has been all across the map. First to his potential 3rd, then his other potential 3rd. All the way down here. And now finally going out for a scout. We do see a Reaper and an orbital in construction. And 2 gases already completed for Clem. Super fast factory here. Once more, he's loving those Widow Mine drops. Perhaps another armory play. Maybe he's actually going to pull a cheeky one. This is HomeStory Cup after all. Maybe he's going to get a little Thor action going. That would be cool. Although, it's not very strong. Do see 1 Reaper is now out on the map. Going to be constructing a reactor, so probably wants to build a couple Marines there. That already smells like big gateway or big factory plays. Look at this probe from Creator. He scouted almost everything. And I don't think he scouted here yet, because this looks like Clem wants to build a starport here. And Creator actually sees it? Or does he... Did he go away on purpose or not? Oh my god, Creator. No. I'm pretty sure it was in vision. For that one small moment. But nothing happened. Reaper gets a little scout off, doesn't get a kill or anything. And now the Adept is trying to get a juicy Reaper kill. This probe's out on the map, but didn't find anything, and now we see one Helium being constructed, second base underway for Clem. We see Stargate in the main this time from Creator, still pumping out units from that one gateway here. And the starport has been completed, and he's making a fusion core. Not quite a Thor, but it's still pretty juice. And we see the tech lab starting. Is he going to proxy battlecruiser? I mean, it can only be a battlecruiser, right? It could be ranged libs. Maybe ranged lib is broken on this main base? Like, it could be. Like, I'm guessing it's gonna be a battlecruiser, but it could be ranged liberators. Although you don't need a tech lab for that anymore, do you? You can just research it on the core. So, I'm guessing it will be the battlecruiser then. Adept's trying to get some scouting done, but Clem is not giving up any information. We do see one Phoenix coming out now. Phoenix are highly ineffective versus battlecruisers, and looking at the money from Clem here, definitely going to be a battlecruiser. Those cost 400, 300. And that lines up pretty darn well. Battlecruiser under construction. Total Biscuit approves of this proxy battlecruiser play. And now we see a couple Marines coming out to finally grab his natural at 420. Couple SCVs coming out to mine as well. Adepts go back to their base. They are afraid. And they should be afraid, because there is a Stalker and a Phoenix, which are the only anti-air for Creator right now. 2 more gateways and Blink coming up. So this might be his saving grace if he just starts pumping out the Stalkers. If he just makes a couple more Stalkers, then this could be great. Oh my god, I don't know how he missed it, but he did end up missing it. And now the battlecruiser is underway. We see one more Stalker being warped in here. 2 more Stalkers are available at the front. So perhaps he could be okay here. We do have a battery. So I feel like if he gets one more round of Stalkers and a nuclear battery, the game does continue. But if he now warps in a round of Zealots or something, then I think the game ends just right away. Battlecruiser goes into the main base. It's not Thor here. It's the battlecruiser operational. We see 4 Stalkers here, 5 Stalkers ready to ward away this battlecruiser. And wow, underwhelmingly, this battlecruiser gets a singular pylon kill for his troubles. And now there's a Void Ray underway for Creator. A little bit surprised by that, honestly. We see a second BC underway. What is Clem doing on the other side of the map? We don't even have a siege tank. It's just a singular Cyclone. And we see the same 2 Tech Lab barracks set up. And now a reactor on the factory. Perhaps for mines, perhaps just for the starport that's going to be making medevacs. But Creator's not waiting around to be attacked by this battlecruiser force. He's actually moving out with all of his Stalkers. 8 Stalkers here, ready to do some damage. Nice reveal on all of this bio. Look at all the bio that Clem has produced off of these 2 barracks already. And that's what happens when you start creating Marines so early. Nice snipe on that Cyclone with the Blink Stalkers. Very nice. Now 2 battlecruisers show up at the natural. And what is Creator going to do? He's actually going to blink into the main. He walks in and he's like, nope, 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 nope. I don't want to be here. Which is a little weird. And now battlecruisers are in his natural base. no probes have died so far, and now he targets down a couple probes. Clem does. Void Ray charges up his laser, and 5 probes actually do go down. And 0 battlecruisers died there. No more battlecruisers are being constructed, but there is a fusion core researching Yamato cannon to get that value from the battlecruisers. Yamato cannon can be pretty good. It can snipe warp prisms, it can snipe disruptors. I guess you could... I don't know if you can kill an immortal with it, but you can definitely do some damage. You can snipe High Templars. Phoenix, of course. So you can target... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Creator going for the ninja base. And the base was not even like 200 health in, or it already gets scouted by the starport. And wow, the Stim Bio on top of these Blink Stalkers. But the Blink Stalkers actually do win out here. Are they gonna blink on top of this bio? Oh my god, luckily he saw the mine, thank god. I didn't want to see another repeat of that. Stalkers do find the starport. You can click that, but he also kind of knows there's already another starport, so this is not a super important pickoff. Does scan the 3rd. Maybe he wants to teleport in with the battlecruisers again. 4th base does go down over here. So Creator kind of making a game out of this. Nice supply. Ooh, nice blink. Another mine dies. I think Creator is chilling right now. He has a decent force that he can kind of be annoying with. He has a 4th base underway. He just... Oh, it didn't actually kill that starport. Now Yamato cannon is done. He lost a couple stalkers to this bio in the middle there. But he out here. He making a couple more gateways. So he can actually explode into... Wow, 3 Void Rays. Now, Yamato Cannon is pretty good at killing Void Rays, except for the fact that it isn't. You actually don't have enough power? Yamato Cannon does 240 damage? Well, we learned something new today. Actually doesn't one-shot Void Rays. That's crazy. That's crazy. Actually, though. Bio surrounding the Colossus force here. Creator kind of surrounding himself, not knowing that the Terran forces were already at his 4th base. 1 mine. Oh my god, that's a pretty good hit by the Widow Mine there. Units do get picked up into the Medivacs, and a 3rd base has been established for Clem as well. Now actually making Vikings from 2 starports. This is going to be pretty effective versus these Colossus. Thermal range... or Thermal Lance, which is the Colossus range upgrade. Halfway done here. Warp Prism might come out for some extra fast reinforcements. 4th base has been constructed, but is not really being used. Another Widow Mine does get taken down with some Blink Mikra. And we do see the first Disruptor Ball of the game being constructed. And Clem kind of trying to stay alive here versus this big Protoss force. And the Vikings are being pumped out now. Creator needs to either go now or just go back, get some Storm, get some Disruptors, get his upgrades. Because he doesn't want to fight into a big Viking clump right now, because Colossus are the reason that he's strong. But as soon as there are enough Vikings, he's not that strong anymore. He needs to get his Disruptors, he needs to get his High Templar, and that's when he's strong again. Because those units are good regardless of the Viking. Then you would need Ghosts and really good positioning. So Ghosts also coming out. We have a decent number of Vikings here. 6 Vikings already. Curious to see if Clem is going to add on a couple more. 4th base being added on here for Clem. And now we see a Zealot run by being, well, prepared for Creator here. Actually going up into the natural base whilst he pushes out with pure Blink Stalkers. Power units are actually at home. So he's purely trying to be annoying. Actually loses quite a bit of Stalkers for this. He tries to kite as well as he can, but the Concussive Shell plus Stim does make that pretty difficult. Nice zealot run by here in the natural. One zealot is getting some work done. Actually gets surrounded by all of the SCVs and gets nothing done. Fourth base does get cancelled though. So all in all, that was a decent run by for Creator there. Look at his supply, 190 supply. Fifth base underway, whereas Clem is only at 160. If Creator takes a good fight here, 4 Disruptor Balls, like a Void Ray, couple Colossi, this is the dream. All you need is Storm, and you got the perfect Protoss army. 1 Protoss Ball does go into the army. Second Nova does go out. Doesn't really hit anything, but he has 2 more. So he can slowly pick away at the army with the Colossi, with the Disruptor Balls. 2 more Disruptor Balls join. That's a lot of Disruptors. That is hard to engage in. What is Clem going to do? Clem does get scattered up by this cheeky Observer here. More Zealots running into the natural, but Creator not really using this distraction to its full effect. He's just kind of chilling. Like, look at it, half of this army just walking back to deal with these Zealots. He could be attacking right now, but instead he's trying to deal with this drop that he spotted. Trying to keep his 5th base alive. And a couple of SCVs do go down. 4th base now done for Clem. But Creator, he has 5 bases. He's pretty much maxed, making all the good stuff. Getting War Prism speed, double Robo production. And maybe at some point he will get Storm as well. Double upgrades going. Brrr. So soon he'll overtake Clem in the upgrade department. And he'll have better upgrades. Now that's a lot of Ghost already. Maybe that's why he's not going Storm. Nice hit on the Disruptors there. Or the Disruptor Ball does get a nice hit. Archon tanking quite a bit, but does get taken down. More Disruptor Balls, does get another Immortal. And what do you do as Clem here? You have to kite perfectly. I don't know if the Disruptor Balls get faster in these speed zones. Damn, the Marauders and the Marines do target down the Disruptors right away. The Colossi die, and Clem just diving onto Creator's army with impunity. And Creator just kind of caught with his pants down there. No Disruptor Balls out to stop that advance from the Terran force. And his force gets completely cleaned up. Creator, of course, not leaving this game because he is sitting pretty on 5 base and he can rebuild. But, oh my god, that was tough. 4th base is now established with a planetary. 5th base is being constructed. +2 attack is done. +2 armor almost done. +3 attack for the bio is underway already. Clem is finding his groove and clawed his way back into this base. Kind of looks like the balls do go fast. I feel like the balls get a speed boost from this. That is sick. That makes them higher range, basically. I feel like Disruptors are crazy on this map. Holy moly. If that's how it works. And now Creator is kind of in a bind. He barely does not have enough units to kind of deal with this. Look at the supply. Clem is kind of pulling ahead here, especially when you consider the worker differential. But, oh, Nuclear Battery is committed, actually. Is Creator overcommitting to defend this 5th base? Maybe you should let it go. But he doesn't want to let it go, but he has to let it go. This one hero, Void Ray, still alive. And now Clem is just walking up onto this ramp. Another Colossus has been established, hoping that it could kill a bunch of these Vikings before they would become relevant again. But no, the Vikings take to the skies once more. And Creator hanging on by a thread here, but Clem, such high army supply, such a huge force. Now, decent arc by Creator, but Clem does not care. He slams down all of his units into Creator's throat. And Creator's forced to tap out, and Clem takes a very convincing 4-0 victory in this best-of-7. And he moves on to the grand finals to meet HeRoMaRinE for a TVT finals for the Real Homestory Cup. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this cast. I hope to see you for the grand finals. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.